So we've covered the plus, minus, multiply and divide. And finally, what we need to do a case default. So in case you know, it is something else other than these 4 different operators, we need to do a default and say maybe an error message. Give an error message saying, look, you've made a mistake somewhere, could you correct it in some way. So we'll do a default, and all that default's going to do is say result view box append, and what we're going to do is say results, and we're going to say error message now, error in line, and what it's going to do is basically return the element number. So I'm actually going to put concatenate I, but I want to actually increment it by 1. I'm going to increment it by 1, so it actually gives you the actual line that's got the error, because the errors start at 0. So maybe we want to, and it will be like line 0. Obviously there's no such thing as line 0, so we're going to say line 1 if the first line had the error. So I'm going to do that this way. Hopefully that should work. Yep, so that's pretty much that part done, and we're going to close this one, close that, so that will basically close this switch. But as you can see, we need to copy that process again, because all we've sorted out so far is just the add. So we need to copy all this and make it for a subtract this time. So I'm going to just copy that. I'll just make 2 spaces and maybe make a comment here and say subtract test, and do this now. And then what I'm going to do, it's not going to be called add, this one's going to be called subtract, and in this case it's going to be minus here, and here is giving us an error because I actually forgot something. I forgot to put a break. That's what I forgot here, break. Right, so that basically break that case here. So that one's done, that's sorted out. So we need it like that, and here we're gonna need also like that, break later on, and we need a break here as well. Just making a break here. Right, so now we're going to deal with this one. So this one's subtract, which basically means minus here. So it's basically repeating what we did above down here. Now what we're going to do is we're testing scripting 3, so all that will be minus, 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 and here we're gonna put minus, minus. That one's gonna be, oh sorry, this one's plus, that's correct. That one's minus, that one's multiply, and that was divide, correct. The arguments, yeah, that one's correct, that one's correct, that one's correct, and that one's correct. Yep, so that looks pretty much fine for me. The first one's done that, so that's okay, it looks good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it again, copy it,